Hey, fire signs. I hope that you all are doing well. Welcome for a fire sign reading. Always remember, I could be speaking to the cross watcher at any given time. Um, Most people know that energy can flip flop, and everybody's situation is different. This is a collective reading. If you're new, welcome. My name is Shannon. My channel is extremely intense. If you got little ones around, audio discretion advised. I'm known to roar on the camera as well. I'm totally yielded to the Most High God, and I'll let Him speak and say whatever He wants because His ways aren't our ways, and we need to know from His point of view and what He's revealing to me and you what needs to be done, and we can't go by what we see with our natural eyes because he sees every road possible, every scenario where people don't. And so his thoughts aren't like ours. And so I just yield and let him speak. And I've learned with my walk with the Most High God that if he says to do something that seems crazy to me, he's always proven to be magnificent within whatever I felt like. Oh, God, are you sure? Yes, he's sure. So just let him speak to you. And it gets intense. I look at criminal activity a lot, and the Most High just speaks His truth and reveals the intents of people's heart. And if you and I don't guard the heart, issues flow out of it. People got a lot of pussy, nasty issues, and they'd rather go try to hide it and do cray and just cause more issues and more transgressing and disgust. Have you seen the world today and what's going on, folks? Anyway, I touch energy that a lot of people will not touch. And the Most High, obviously, we're asking at His hand. And if He thinks that we should be grown up to look at the information, then by God, Daddy wants us to look at it. This is His world. He created the earth, okay? And every person in it belongs to Him. And so, He gives you choices. You choose. He won't dictate to you. He'll tell you, you either live or you die. Here's two roads for you to choose. I'm telling you the right answer, but I'm gonna get back and let you do the choosing. But if you go down this other road, it will bring death to the end of it. But again, I'm telling you to live. Choose this other way. But if you don't want to, you could never say that. Well, God, why didn't you tell me? He did tell you, and He also didn't stand in your way to do what you want to do either. So, anyway, my channel's a lot like this, and we try to awaken the conscience state of of truth and integrity and morals and ethics, and a lot of people don't have that anymore. The Most High said to me today that a lot of people's conscience were seared. That's a sad place to be, and because people won't look in the mirror and just face something and then get up and point at the very thing that you did and say that was wrong. I say it was wrong, and I'm going to stop somebody, or at least warn somebody to go down that way that's wrong. And then there's no condemnation if you got Christ living inside of you, and somebody say, well, didn't you do that? Yep. And it was wrong, and wrong is wrong just as much as right is right. And so you did something, fell down, you repented. The Most High throws it away in the sea of forgetfulness, and you get up and begin to walk right and stick your finger, and you have confidence in sticking your finger right in that very thing that you fell down in. That's how it works with Most High God. He's good. But anyway, people don't want His ways. A lot of people just say, I'd rather kill, cheat, and murder because I'm known. We don't care that you're known. We care that the Most High is known. He must increase and we must decrease. But that's your business. Let's get started. Show that. You always show me fire energy, what's going on here. I thank you for the truth. Send your fire out. May you arise and your enemies be scattered. The Two of Swords. It's coming out in the reverse. I like this in the reverse because the Two of Swords in the upright is somebody sitting there as a stalemate who will not make a decision, or trying to go within to make a decision, or got to pretend like there ain't nothing going on. Because I know something. That's the Two of Swords in the upright. But it coming out in the reverse shows somebody's making a decision here. This shows two unicorns button heads, and both the horns are making an X. The X can take you back to maybe somebody you had a relationship with and you went through a divorce. Somebody you were dealing with a divorcee issue than you are. And somebody's been sitting here saying, I know that you're lying, or I know about whatever has taken place, or I know this or that. And the other party's saying, well, I'm not going to say anything because the card states that I'm unwilling to make a decision because I got to pretend. Okay, so somebody has been a liar here, and the other party knows who the liar is. And so, it makes that X. The X can also take you back to a rebellion energy, and somebody got a strong compulsory tie somewhere. But it came out in the reverse. This shows that somebody else is, okay, fine. I know the truth. I'm making a decision out here. And so somebody's making a decision today on some situation. All right, the next card out is the Six of Wands. There is a victory today. The Six of Wands is a victory card. It's a public victory. In this card, it shows blood is flying everywhere. It's a war card. And we had Chariot come out last 2 days. That's also about a victory and a war. And this is, and I guess if it's been a bloody war, and some people, that's real physical blood flying in the war as well, all around the world. But life is in the blood. Somebody's life has been out here, energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, because somebody's been sitting here button heads with the party that knows better, and they know that the other party's pretending on some stupid stuff and holding people up in some stuff and won't make a decision. Somebody's making a decision. It's gonna win a war here today. That's great. The next card is the Four of Swords. This is about resting after some broken heart. There's leaving troubled waters behind here with all the swords that are out here. Okay, something about travel is showing up here. Six swords takes us to traveling energy. So we have the Four Swords and Two Swords, which makes six swords. And so this is about resting and relaxing. Even if your heart's been broken, it's time to heal, because it's been bloody out here. At the bottom of the deck is the Judgment. Again, somebody making a judgment call out here. It's showing so. The Judgment card is work matters for some people. In the Hebraic language, it's the letter Resh, which is the letter R. That could be prevalent for some people, person, place, or thing, first, middle, last name, or it doesn't have to mean anything at all for some people. But it represents evaluating something and making this decision. In the Hebraic language, it's the head, the man, the boss, the chief, the top, the first. Or you're dealing with the firstborn of something as well, then you are. There is, and again, somebody from your past is here when you get the Judgment card. This is somebody coming back around for something. Maybe they broke your heart in the past. I don't know. If they're upright, they'll look in your face and they'll say this, that, and the other, and this is what's taking place, and I'm not holding back from you. And let the Most High God judge what I say because I fear Him. And somebody here in whatever side this is that is in the upright, they're gonna do something, and they're gonna get a victory for doing the upright thing here in the matter. I see somebody resting after this decision on a matter, but this is a coming back around, and somebody thinks you're going to come back around because they got strong compulsory tie in something. Somebody's going to resist somebody, and they're in rebellion. You're doing the right thing, and the Most High God's going to protect you and give you a victory out of this bloody war and whatever you're dealing with in your life. Show me what's hidden here. You'll hold on. Thank you. The Magician. It came out in the general reading. Also came out with the Moon. This is hidden thing. Somebody got hidden intentions for some people, and if you got your intuition going off, then you're going to feel it, you're going to know it, you're going to understand it. The Moon in the upright represents upright, righteous, and humble. And in the negative, it has a meaning of I'm laying down, I'm hunting, I'm chasing after you. And that's exactly what was coming out this morning. There was a word in the general reading this morning that, because we had a lot of plotting that was going on in that reading, there was a word, the Chariot with the Death card has a meaning of a heinous plotted crime. And one of the direction of that word in the Hebraic language is that headship would know about that. The Aleph head is here. This is somebody who leads clans of people, and that the most I brought out a powerful ruler today. It was showing itself, and he backed it up in the words. And so somebody is secretly also having to use their intuition around this freaking energy, around a boss or employees or somebody's coming back on property somewhere to manipulate something. The magician is an extremely skilled manipulator. Okay. But if you're not manipulating something for upright purposes, and that's tricky because your motives will have to be weighed by the Most High God why you're there. But but the Most High does hide things, and so if you're doing it the way the Most High says to do something, you got to get up in here and do something, even if you're returning, because you're the party sitting here butting heads with the freak that sits here and says, there ain't nothing wrong. I don't need to make a decision. And you got to do something to catch this idiot, then something's going to be exposed today because most I said so. I don't care how secretive somebody is out here. There's death issues out here. The Four Swords is also death issues. It's also a card. The Four Swords is my being under the knife, which is like medical. And the Magician energy is a physician card as well. There's a malpractice suit out here as well, the Most I just said. Okay, there's that little fish at the bottom of the deck, the little page. The fish is coming up out of the cup. Something surprising going to be said. You'll let the upright people catch it right then and there and put their finger in the face of the freak and expose them and let shame be all up over them. Okay, there's secretive, manipulative communication that's for both sides. Whoever's trying to get a victory and whoever's standing upright is going to get a victory out of this bloody crap that's going on. If somebody is trying to seduce something here, people, in secret, in a return to something. So we have the letter R, the letter A, the letter T, a rat. If somebody's going to rat somebody out for the truth's sake, the Most High will protect you there. Okay? A rat will gnaw things. The mice card in Lenormand takes you back to thievery, and I had the thief card come out in another deck today. There is thievery, and the person's going to be caught for what they're doing. They think they're so freaking skilled and nobody ever to catch me because I'm a powerful ruler and you ain't crap. I don't care who you are and where you sit. The Most High seen what you're doing in the negative, and people do know that you're sitting there on information and some things that have taken place, and it's going to be exposed because the Most High God said so. Yehovah, you just picked in my hand. Shandarabahai. Thank you, Yehovah. Most High said, remember my word says, Yehovah says that his word says, I'm hearing him say, my word says that I plant and I uproot kings and kingdoms I will lay low. So you go ahead and you just run your kingdom in a filthy, nasty matter. It won't be a kingdom anymore. You'll stand there like Pharaoh did. The I am is coming out. Thank you, Yehovah. We're looking at fire. And the first time we get the Most High's name, even in the scripture, was when the Most High took Moses, to the bush. And he says, I am who I am. And he says, my name forever is Yehovah in that portion of scripture. And so we get the I am. Now the I am goes to the first house, and we're fixing to go into ARIES, which is fire energy. And this also takes you to headship because it represents the emperor. The head of something is here because the judgment card is here. Okay. It goes back to the head, the brain, the eyes. And somebody came out today that is cray-cray. That's the Two of Swords. Also can be a mental conflict. Somebody's does got mental conflict. They're fishy and the nasty things that they do. But the I am is coming out here for the first card. Thank you, Yehovah. And so Yehovah is here. He brought out Archangel Michael today as well. The next card says that Yehovah says that somebody needs to have a talk with their kids because it's important. Okay, well, we have a page out here, which is a real sweet card in the upright, but there's fishiness with this card, slippery communication going on because we have the Magician out here and we have secrets with the moon. Okay, and this is somebody in your past. The Judgment card can be a soulmate card. Somebody, it could be around your kids, your nephews, your grandchildren. The Most High brought out this morning before I ever even started, and I brought it out on the general reading, and he said there's child trafficking going on, or just molestation stuff is around some kids. Most High's bringing out here to back up what he said today. You need to have a talk with your children, and the card says it's important. Okay, the word bus is here. Okay, well, there's just some type of traveling. Somebody could be manipulating something, getting on a bus to maybe go somewhere in secret as a disguise, or they did that. Somebody's been butting heads and saying, I don't even know what you're talking about. They do know. And somebody making a decision out of this, and something will be public today, I guess. Something about a black leather jacket is here. Something could be in the pockets of a black leather jacket. I don't question why the Most High brings certain cards out, but he's bringing this here. Maybe you wear a black leather jacket, and that's a clue for you if you've got kids around. Maybe you're a bus driver, whatever that is. You need to get up and do something, or maybe you wear a black leather jacket and you're nasty. You're going to be judged today. I don't know. Take it as it applies. The next, that could be a clue. You see somebody in a black leather jacket today, keep your eye on them, just for whatever positive or negative purposes could be connected with that, whatever that means. The next card says public. Well, something is public because we have 6 of Wands out here. It's a very public card. The word public is written on that card as well. The judgment is people waking up to stuff in that card as well. So we got something public with the Magician, because this is ahead of something that leads clans of people and something. So something public's going on, people. Ecclesiastes 3:17, which are the words of King Solomon. I like to bring that out that way because I deal with a lot of Freemasons, as we live in the land of the free, right? It's actually hidden because they're very secretive. United States is filled with the Freemasonry foundational stuff and the secretive things, and they like to keep, do secret things right out in public. It's like the big elephant in the room, the bull, right? The Most I brought the word bull out today, but anyway, they reenact King Solomon's stuff, and if they really followed King Solomon, because they call him their father as well, I believe, then they would keep what King Solomon said at the end of his life. And King Solomon said, here's my conclusion over everything that I've ever experienced. And he was one of the wisest people that ever lived, right? Until Christ came. And he stated to keep the commandments of the Most High God. And Freemasons, they don't do it. Anyway, they hit some people hit a stake with the Freemasons, and they reject Christ. Ecclesiastes 3:17 saying Elohim will judge the righteous, and he will judge the wicked. This is exactly what I was actually talking about this morning on the general reading. Thank you. It says Elohim will judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time, therefore, that every purpose and every work is judged. We have work matters up here. What have you been working on, folks? Energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually? Anyway, there's judgment going on. The judgment card's out here in your reading. The next card says that somebody who has a lot of tattoos is a clue to something that's going on here today. Okay? The next card says a troop, an army, or a band of men. Okay, we have something public out here. We also have a war, and so we got, military coming out here. And I had a gang that came out today as well. So anyway, something around a gas station. Again, there's travel stuff. The president is coming out again today. He came out yesterday, or the president of a company. Take it as it applies, but the Most High is also addressing nations on this channel. A car dealer is also a clue, or we just got some type of movement of something in a very general way. The next card says crazy and an unsound mind, and somebody dangerous is here. Okay. They are dangerous people. We're dealing with somebody who's the mind is here. The first house, it rules the brain area. The Most has already brought the crazy card out today. Somebody with a mental problem is here today. Okay. And some people need to really connect with the Most High God from within. Somebody's unsound. They're unstable. They got 2 minds about themselves. Then they got 2 minds about themselves. They cannot make a decision. They're fishy in what they do. We got blood flying everywhere on this card. Okay, we got death with the 4 swords. Okay, somebody needs to take the freak out. We have, what is this? The eye. Okay, again, they're eyewitnesses. Somebody's eye could be prevalent in the way they look at things. If your eye be single, Your whole body is going to light up, and you're going to know which way to go according to the scripture. If your eye be wicked and dark, oh, how dark is that? The scripture says somebody is dark. They're crazy. They're unsound. They're dangerous. Okay. This rune talks about being calm and reflecting. It talks about somebody who has a lot of malice and hatred and greed and just nasty stuff, but it talks about a victory as well, staying calm and reflecting. Somebody needs to make a decision out here today, and we get somebody putting a judgment on something, okay, in your world, even at the top of the nation on something. Even if blood's got to go flying to get an unsound, crazy-minded, dangerous person out of society, then may God be with you to get that done. Whoever's at the top that's upright, to get that. There's a rat here. Like I said, you take that rat the other direction, it's a tear. We're looking at fire here for this reading, and the scripture says that the end of the world would be like a fire for the tares. That he would send the angels in, and he would separate the wheat from the tares, and all the tares would be thrown into the fire. And so it's bringing, that word is out here. Okay, some of them could be tarry. If you want to, Tari, and normally it's spelled with the E, but, the phonics is out here. That's a clue for somebody, positive or negative, with that energy. This will come out, folks. If you got to make a decision, better make sure that it's upright. I don't care how much it hurts to do the upright thing. The Most High will take something around and rebuild you, and you'll be standing there confident, knowing that the Most High shields you. Shalom.